Happy birthday. Come on, let's go on an adventure.
Oh, no, I need a tea. Never caffeine.
Are you sure?
Ooh.
Come on. Come on.
Groaning like two old men getting into a car. So, what on earth are we doing today, Martin?
Well, I thought there was only one way we could celebrate your birthday properly, and that is to show you where you live, John. You claim to come from the north.
I know where I live. I live in Avon.
But do you know where you live? I want to take you to the best places in Leicestershire, Leicestershire to our North American friends. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
John, you'll be very pleased to know that our first stop on our journey is just 6 minutes away. 6 whole minutes, John. So, interesting fact here, John. We're leaving the village of Havon. Havon was previously known as Hawthorne, and it was to do with the hawthorn hedge surrounding it. That is genuine facts.
Wow. I feel like before this I really haven't a clue
Hey!
about the place I live.
Hey! What I plan to do today, John, is take you to a mix of odd road names and interesting road names. And I think some of them we might need to do some research on afterwards. But I've devised a circular route for you, and if you like it, then, and of course your viewers like it, maybe we can go out and do more of them.
Sounds good. So, gauging by the first name on here, they're all kind of crude and rude?
There may be some crude and rudes, but there are also some mysterious and mystifying ones as well. But we're definitely starting off crude and rude.
Right, okay, so that makes this a rude trip rather than a road trip?
Hey, it's a road trip on Rude Tube. Oh, that's
Wait,
hard
no,
to say.
That's a really different website.
Oh yeah, hang on a minute.
Martin, it's getting very narrow up here. Where are you taking me?
Well, John, I'm going to just insert you into this passage here as we enter our first stop of the day. John, I would like to introduce you to stop number 1, Butthole Lane.
Butthole Lane. So, Butthole Lane was clearly very amusing, just 6 minutes away from where I live, but why call a lane Butthole Lane? What's that about?
So, having done some very intensive research from my historian friends at themetro.co.uk, it would seem...
Other newspapers are available.
Other newspapers are definitely available, and available for sponsorship. Like and subscribe. It would seem that butt is actually an old English word. Now, it actually comes from archery, the butt being the centre of a target on an archer's board. So
an archer would shoot into his butt?
Yes, so ultimately what you end up with is that the Butthole Lane is the middle of a target.
So we're leaving Butthole Lane. Where are we heading next, Martin?
Well, I'm going to keep it towards the rear at the moment, John. We're going to go and see some more butts.
I like a butt.
And you cannot lie. John, what we're now going to do is, for the only time on this trip, go back the way we came.
Bye-bye, Shepshed.
And now let me show you the magical village of Heathherne. We're going to come past the driveway for Oakley Grange Farm. Oakley Grange Farm is actually featured in a book of the best places off the motorway to go instead of services.
So, an alternative to the motorway services?
Yeah, absolutely. It's in print. Fabulous. I've got a copy at home, and it's about 10 minutes from junction 23, but you can then rejoin at junction 24, so you don't actually lose much time.
What's the book called, Martin?
It's called The Extra Mile. Let's put a photo of it in now.
So we love our service stations, and I fear there may be a whole video on service station trivia. If you like that idea, let us know in the comments. But this is a nice alternative. There is Oakley Grange Farm.
I saw an interesting quiz round recently. It was called "Is it a cheese or a service station?" And it's harder than you think. Where you're like, is Lee Delamere a cheese or a service station? You actually know. It's a service station.
Amazing.
See, it's tough. Right, John, step 2 of this journey is actually controversial for a different reason.
Okay.
There is a lot of debate about the village of Normanton-on-Soar.
But isn't it just Normanton-on-Soar?
Oh, that bit's not the debate. The debate is, are we in Leicestershire or Nottinghamshire?
For the purposes of today.
For the purposes of today, it is a Leicestershire village on the cusp. Now, ignore that welcome to Nottinghamshire sign, it doesn't exist. So
welcome to Zoch.
Welcome to Zoch. Welcome to Zoch. Lovely little village, but really only a handful of houses.
I should correct you. According to Google, not a village.
A parish?
It's a hamlet.
A hamlet.
The hamlet of Zoch.
So we're going to now ignore the map and go all the full length of the butt.
Ah, I see. Does it link Normanton-on-Soar up to the 6006?
It does indeed.
Interesting.
So Normanton-on-Soar, which connects back into Loughborough. So we've not really gone that far so far. It's worth pointing out, of course, we live right on the north tip of Leicestershire. Well, we're on the Derbyshire-Nottinghamshire border.
So you're saying that Normanton's butt is just on Leicestershire's tip?
Yeah, it's just on the crack. It's
this is going downhill rapidly.
The tone of today, I can see.
Yes.
John, welcome to Butt Lane.
Are we going to get... It's a bit of a tight fit to
Butt
Butt Lane.
We're going to squeeze into the butt. We're in the butt. Road name aside, 2 beautiful things about this village. 1, it is blooming stunning, and 2, if you ever want a good meal, they've got a fantastic local pub. Subject to lockdown laws. So Butt Lane, John, at the moment, is in the lead in terms of length. This is the longer of the 2 butts, and it's also a really stunning little road.
It's very nice at Butt Lane.
Yeah. It passes the railway line here, so it's just got a little hump.
It was like a hump in Butt
Yep.
Lane. Well, that was an interesting little stop, and we did a little bit of information about Normanton-on-Soar.
Yeah, I mean, Normanton's a lovely little village, and actually, another fun fact, and I will shut up at some point with my fun facts, Normanton-on-Soar and Hallam Village actually share what is the last remaining passenger-only chain ferry that is open to the public.
A chain ferry?
A chain ferry.
On what? On the canal?
Over the River Soar. So
because the River Soar is a navigable river at that point, so it's a river and a canal.
Yeah, it connects into the Loughborough Canal, so it's a navigable river, and it is a very busy river. Love the locals. But you can, for 50p, a pound and 50p for dogs, you can cross the river on a chain. So it's fantastic. Right.
So we've driven all the way up Butt Lane.
Yeah. Now we're going
to look
all the
for
way back down.
the sign at the top of Butt Lane, only to find that it doesn't exist. So if you pinched the sign on Butt Lane, put it back, because we want to take a photo of it.
The same squirrel.
Good death wish.
I'll tell you what I did use as a sat nav the other day. This isn't for the video. Fresh eggs. This isn't for the video. I used TomTom Go as a sat nav in the car, as in through my iPhone, and it's got a mode on it for winding roads. And I had an hour and a half to kill in my day, so I put it on winding roads mode, and it was a phenomenal journey. Like, it took an hour and a half longer.
But it just took you down the back roads?
Took me down the back roads. I didn't hit a single motorway or dual carriageway. Oh, we have picked a great day to be out filming.
Yeah, we have.
That camera's going to pick up some lovely stuff.
It is, yes.
now making some proper progress. Interestingly, John, I don't know whether the cameras will pick it up, but what we're also about to do in our third stop of the day is go to our third Loughborough road of the day.
Oh, really?
A lot of roads connect to Loughborough.
All roads lead to Loughborough.
All roads.
Or Loughborough.
Loughborough. The next stop is Loughborough.
I kind of feel that I'm going to have to do a link to, is it Dave Gorman's video? Where he talks all about language and how the name Loughborough is possibly the most confusing name in the English language.
Yeah, it's on Modern Life, and Modern Life is goodish.
That's it. Yeah, Modern Life is goodish.
I've been binge watching that on UK TV Play. Right, we're now entering, through the rear, ironically, Melton Mowbray. I'm trying to remember what road we're going to. I really hope it's funny
this is
now.
Exciting for you and for me.
Yeah. Oh no, there we go. I just found it funny.
Oh, okay, Ankle Hill.
Ankle Hill. We're going to Ankle Hill.
Ankle Hill is a hill. No
well,
shit.
Nice.
Located in the centre of Melton Mowbray in Leicestershire. In the Civil War, the town of Melton Mowbray was the theatre of battle between Sir Marmaduke Langsdale, royalist force of 1,500 men, and the Roundhead garrison, commanded by Colonel Rossiter, which was stationed in town. The battle took place on a hillside near the present-day town centre, and it is said that the blood of the slaughtered Roundheads pooled ankle deep at its base. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Henceforth, the hill is known as Ankle Hill. So, Martin, we've done Ankle Hill.
We have.
While you just weave around the traffic. Where are we going to next?
Well, John, I didn't want to really say this publicly, but I really want to explore the Flesh Hovel.
You telling me there's a place called Flesh Hovel?
I am taking you to Flesh Hovel Lane.
Amazing. Like, almost in sync with that, the clouds have gone grey. Clearly the powers that be think you're a sick individual.
we desperately need to know why it's called Flesh Hovel Lane, because it's obscure. But Flesh Hovel Lane is in a village called Quorn, or Quorndon, if you're posh and live in Quorn.
That's the place where they don't do meat, right?
Well, it shares its name with the meat, the substitute meat. However,
other fake meat is available.
Other fake meat is available, as is meat in Quorn. It's also home to one of the stations for the Great Central Railway, the longest dual gauge heritage line in the UK. Lovely.
So we're going to Flesh Hovel and then Ingle Pingle, which really sounds like something from the Teletubbies, to be entirely honest.
It does. Well, isn't there an Ingle Pingle on TV? Maybe that's where they got the inspiration from.
Maybe.
I feel like we need to do some research on both these places before we arrive.
Yeah. And then, isn't that close to Nampantan in Loughborough?
Nampantan.
So you can go from Loughborough to Loughborough to Nampantan to Ingle Pingle.
I mean, Nampantan wasn't on my list for today, mainly because I don't think there's actually a road name of it anywhere.
No, there's like a Nampantan street.
No.
I'm going to go on to private browsing just in case. Flesh Hovel.
Flesh Hovel Lane, Quorn.
It does come up with surprisingly not smut.
It's just such an unattractive name, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Flesh.
It's just the word flesh. Flesh. So, the name Flesh Hovel originates from the time of the Quorndon Hunt, where horses that were no longer fit for purpose were taken to slaughter and hung at the abattoir situated on Flesh Hovel Lane.
Amazing.
Grim.
Okay, so, well, I think, it's really important that we recognise that people have their views on hunting, but it did happen, and that's why it's got a name. So, it's where the dead horses go. Flesh Hovel Lane.
The remains of the horses were then used to feed the dogs of the hunt.
Wow.
That is
It's its own little ecosystem.
nasty.
Well, I think but once again, still interesting. I still think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
World's tallest pavement.
Oh, there's one of these in Zoosh. Zoch.
Zarch. We've been there already, Zarch. John, I want you to get excited because when we go over this roundabout, I'm going to take you down the Flesh Hovel.
Oh, Martin.
You should have.
I have been down Flesh Hovel Lane.
Oh, John, stop number 4. You've had Butthole Lane. You've had Butt Lane. We've been down the Ankle Hill. Sorry. Now I want to take you to Flesh Hovel Lane.
So with that, we're turning into Flesh Hovel Lane.
Now,
Bizarre.
can I sneak the car? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to sneak the car behind this car here.
This mocker.
This mocker. This chocolate.
So we've arrived at Flesh Hovel Lane,
Just
which
backing into the Flesh Hovel.
well, actually, technically, you're going to the one next to the Flesh
That's
Hovel.
true. Should we go have a look, John?
I think we should go have a look at Flesh Hovel Lane. So, that was eventful, Martin. How did you find a place called Flesh Hovel?
Well, I'll be honest. I've been past it many times, but never gone in it. And I just felt that sometimes you've got to go with what your gut says and explore the flesh.
So, we have now been and explored the Flesh Hovel.
The Flesh Hovel.
Make of that what you will. Seriously, what were you Googling?
Luckily, just terrible place names.
Yeah,
I think it comes up on a lot of common searches. So I thought, after that, surely we just need a bit more light relief and just a funny name. Not something to do with dead horses. What about I take you up Alley Alley, also known as Ingle Pingle.
Oh right, okay, so because Pingle means an alley in the East Midlands, or certainly Loughborough.
Yep.
And Ingle? Obviously I'm assuming it means alley from what you've just said.
Well, I think it's like essentially a pasture or a dead end or an alley. It sort of has a mixed sort of definition. So, yeah, no, absolutely. In fact, although I'll go this way, it's fine. It's so it's essentially, I suppose you would either call it alleyway alley, dead end alley, pasture alley. Either way, it's just an alley, but it's an Ingle Pingle.
Ingle Pingle, what an amazing name. Well, a little bit different to Flesh Hovel. So right, let's get on to Ingle Pingle.
John, I'm going to have to stop you there because we're at Ingle Pingle.
Amazing.
Stop here for a minute. Because that is a private car park. I mean, within 5 miles of where you live, you have Flesh Hovel Lane, Ingle Pingle, Butthole Lane and Butt Lane. You live in a great place.
Yeah, clearly. So I challenge you if you're out there, what funny names have you got within 5 miles of where you live? There must be something.
Nice.
Stick a comment down below and tell us what funny names you found around where you are. So we've had the obligatory Mackey's lunch.
Other fast food is available.
Thank you. Where are we heading to next, Martin?
Well, we're heading into Leicester city centre.
Leicester in Leicestershire.
In Leicestershire, because I want to take you to what can only be described, John, as my holy bone.
Sorry, what?
I want to take you to my holy bone.
Your holy...
I need to show you my bones.
So, what's this place called then? It's called Holy Bones.
Holy Bones.
Holy
Bones. Now, it's a very small road.
Okay.
No comments. I don't know whether we'll be able to get out here. We'll have to analyse it when we get there. We are in the city centre.
Might be a flyby then.
Yeah. Otherwise, we have to park up and then spend £15 on parking.
Oh, there's a garage there that has an E30 in the showroom. Like that.
And I've just seen on my map there's a Pingle Street as well. But
Really?
Yeah. We'll pass it a bit. It's just back there. But, Holy Bones. I think it's that. I think that is the Holy Bones. That road there.
Amazing.
So we might be able to stop somewhere, but my guess is not.
Yeah.
In fact, I can see a street named there. It's that one, so we might have a chance. So Holy Bones, I've just seen when we went past it, had a church by it. So
that's probably a hint as to what it's all about.
It's probably. We'll have a look once we've been to Holy Bones as we're driving to the next site. But Holy Bones, I just think is it's not rude, it's just nice. I like the fact that, and where do you live, sir? Oh, well, I live at the Holy Bone.
So I wonder whether they've named a street Royal Bones since they dug up King Richard III's bones in the car park in Leicester.
If they haven't, they've
missed a trick.
No, this is a spot.
It's actually a spot.
But what's it say? Monday to no return within 2 hours. That's fine. That'll do. Let's go have a look.
Cool. So here is Willey Street, not Willey Street. I'm sure we'll find one of those. And St Nicholas's Church. And then the shortest section of road ever starts here. You'll see a Martin. Welcome to Martin's Holy Bones.
Welcome
Perfectly
to Leicester.
timed. Yeah.
So, they believe that this was called the Holy Bones because it is the entrance to the churchyard. However, they did find animal remains here in the 18th century, but those turn out to come from the butchers.
So, Martin, where are we going next? Now we've seen Holy Bones.
Well, what if I told you about Dan?
Dan?
The city of Dan, John.
Who's Dan? And why has he got a city?
Let's find out.
Okay. So, where's our next stop then?
Well, I am taking you to the city of Dan.
The city of Dan?
The city of Dan, John.
As in Israel, the 4,500 BC remains of the city of Dan.
Unfortunately, having had another look,
Because I'm pretty sure that's not in Leicester.
Israel is not in Leicestershire. However,
Just checking.
we have our very own city of Dan, and it can be found just outside Coalville.
Ooh, fancy. The city of Dan is a street named in the former Leicestershire market town of Whitwick. Whitwick.
Yes.
Near Coalville. There are some very eccentric street names here, another of which is City of Three Waters.
Oh, maybe we can visit two of them.
We could do an extra stop.
The city of So what does it say? Why they're called the city of?
A city locally means a group of people. So it's a colloquialism for I guess a group, a collection of.
So it's somewhere. What? So they put all the Daniels on one street?
Apparently so.
Oh, nice.
So apparently Dan was one of the tribes of Israel, and specifically one of the wandering tribes.
Oh.
So the city of Dan is a group of people that wander around. So it's not very good to have a place named after them, is it? If they're going to wander.
Very true.
So, gentlemen of the road, or tramps as they would also be known, would make, when in the East Midlands, for Whitwick, where the doss houses had a very high reputation. These gentlemen could reasonably be known as the Wandering Tribe, or the Dan.
Hang on, so is the city of Dan a meeting point for travellers
Yeah.
and tramps? Incredible. So we're going to a street that was named because the tramps of the county met there.
Yes.
Wow.
How bizarre. We're learning as we go.
Exactly. Well, while you're on it, John, what's the city of Three Waters then?
Well, let's go find out.
Don't tell me it's where all the rivers used to meet, or canals.
Interestingly, before we move on to the city of Three Waters, by the roadside of the city of Dan, there's a winding gear from the former colliery at Whitwick, whereby there was a fatal disaster in the 19th century. So I'm assuming it's there as a memorial.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get a picture of that while we're there. So let's have a look at the city of Three Waters. I'm guessing it might be something to do with water, and there might be 3 bodies of water. We didn't go and find Ingle Pingle Pond.
We didn't go and find Ingle Pingle Pond.
So we went to see Ingle Pingle, as hopefully you've seen earlier in this video, if I haven't completely screwed the footage up. And we discovered en route there that there is a body of water behind Ingle Pingle called Ingle Pingle Pond. We'll have to go see if we can find it. If nothing else, we'll put it on a map.
Yeah.
So we're back on the Crosby Heritage website, crosbyheritage.co.uk. Thank you for the information. So, the city of Three Waters is the name of a street in Whitwick. This is a former market town in northwest Leicestershire. The city of Three Waters is situated at the bottom of Dumps Road. I think we have a whole video in Whitwick just in itself.
I know where Dumps Road is. We've got a really steep hill.
Yeah. So, on the fault line that separates West Leicestershire, Coalville, from the volcanic rocks of the Charnel Forest.
Amazing.
So it's all to do with the geography and the geology of the area.
I absolutely know where that is.
So once again, the word city is used to denote groups of people in a given area.
Of course.
So 2 of the 3 waters supposedly were the 2 arms of the Grace Dew Brook, which would flow on either side of Whitwick Castle, forming the moat or mott. I assume related to Grace Dew Priory, which is not far away from Whitwick.
Right.
The third was either the stream which joins the combined brook, or the spring that issues from beneath. Issues from beneath, that's a great terminology. Well done, Crosby Heritage.
John, I think what's really great about this is that when we initially planned this video, or when I initially planned the routes, I picked stupid place names. I feel like I'm learning so much on our adventure today.
So, top tip from John and Martin is go and find some stupid place names, and as a result, you're going to learn lots about the place you live.
Yeah, and they're not stupid. Old City of Dan.
As opposed to the ancient city of Dan.
In a park somewhere.
The city of Dan is like a road to a car park.
Yeah.
I was expecting a whole fanfare and, somebody called Dan.
But there's the wheel.
Oh yeah. Right, let's
go have a look?
Let's go and have an explore.
Welcome to the city of Dan. There really isn't actually much to see here, just a car park, some waterboard apparatus, and the collier winding wheel we mentioned earlier, which appears to have been erected here almost exactly 30 years ago.
Hey John,
Yeah?
do you want to see a dump?
Yeah, go on then.
Here it is. Dumps Road.
Literally Dumps Road.
But what we'll do is we'll go down Dumps Road, because this is now the City of Three Waters.
So, the city of Three Waters is precursed by a dump.
Pretty much.
That bodes well for the water.
I don't know if there's even a road sign though. Well, that's,
Oh, how depressing.
yeah. Let's have a look down here. Loughborough Road again, obviously.
all roads lead to Loughborough, apparently.
City of Three Waters.
Look at that.
Well, that was fascinating, Martin. Where are we going next?
Want to see some cock?
Always.
Say no more. Our next stop is going to be Cock Lane.
Seriously, who thinks up these names?
It's an interesting name.
Yeah, let's see what we can find about. So, Norton-on-Soar is a small village in Leicestershire. The name Norton, by which it's known most locally, is a derivation of the term North Town from Anglo-Saxon. However, there's a number of places in the Leicestershire county called Norton or North Town. Over the years, Norton has had various spellings, so it's been known as Norton, Nortone, and Norton. And for a short period in the 17th century, it was also known as Hogs Norton. The village has been named as Norton Juxta Twycross to aid in differentiating it from the other villages with the same name in Leicestershire. The juxta in this case is Latin for near, and Twycross being the village that's nearby, so about 2 miles up the road, famous obviously for its zoo. So there we have it, Norton Juxta Twycross.
Wow.
It is the North Town near Twycross.
Brilliant. So literal when you think about it.
Yep.
Right.
So, Martin, where are we going next?
Well, we've seen the cock, and now I think we should probably look a bit more in depth at the Willy.
The Willy.
We're going to Willey Lane.
Amazing. Is this the last stop on the trip?
This is our last stop of Leicestershire, John.
So we're ending on a Willy.
We're ending on a Willy. We started at the Butthole,
We're ending on the
we're
Willy.
ending at the Willy via so much cock and butt. But I've really enjoyed it. It's been a really nice road trip.
It's been a lot of fun. And actually, despite the silly nature of our road trip, I think we've actually learned quite a lot about Leicestershire.
So much more than I thought I was gonna.
Not just that it's full of very crude place names and road names, but actually some cool facts and figures along the way.
Oh, I'm definitely going back to Holy Bones. Absolutely. I'm going to have a bigger look around there.
Yep. Right. Let's road trip.
So here we are in our final resting place. We are in the village of, I can't even say it without laughing. We're in the village of Willy. Now there is a problem with the village of Willy, and that is they don't have a sign beyond the one you've just seen. So now what we need to do is try and find any proof that we're in Willey. Come on, let's go have a look. The Willey Harvest Market.
As childish as we may be, it is actually a very attractive place, is Willy. So that's it for today's video. Thank you, Martin, for setting up a tour of all the silly places in Leicestershire. Where next?
Well, we've got counties all around us. Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire, maybe not Rutland. Tell us, where would you like us to go, I guess?
If you live in a place with a silly name and you want us to come and check it out, like, share, subscribe. Cheers. Thanks. Bye. Well, that was fun.
I enjoyed that. That was great. We should do it again.
Yeah, we should. Next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.